Welcome to this Bridgewater Now holiday update. I'm Mary Evers.
And I'm John Luck. We're coming to you from inside of our lobby here. As you can see, we have a nice little living room vibe here, including a Christmas tree that was brought in thanks to the Bridgewater Lions Club. The Lions Club brought in 125 Vermont firs that range anywhere between 3 and 12 feet. The proceeds from the sale went on to benefit the Lions Club's charity project. Now, by the time you're watching this, the sale is over, but we figured it would be a great way to show you some of the outreach here in the community. As you drive through the center of town in the Common, you'll see some very familiar decorations, including angels, Santa's workshop, and hand-painted elves as well. These were put out at the end of November by the Bridgewater Lions Club and some volunteers at the high school. And last year, you may remember, we talked to some of the Lions about the history of some of these decorations, including the train that was actually made thanks to the prison. Let's take a look at that.
We want to wish all of Bridgewater, the Bridgewater area, and the world a Merry Christmas. We've been setting up the decorations here on the town common for the past 30 years. And a lot of people sometimes, if they knew the history of like where the train came from, which was the prison. The inmates had made that train over 35 years ago, and they donated it to us. And we've been maintaining it ever since. And the kids in town, as soon as the train goes up, the kids come out of the woods. They just, they love it. You know, it's just, the train is part of the heritage of Bridgewater. And then we have our angels, which were donated by one of the, a family here in town whose dad passed away, but he had made it. So they gave it to the town, and we maintain it every year. And then we have the elves, which are significant for, you know, all the different members. We have Paul, Jeff, Carl, Dan, Doug. I mean, they're all up there. Lenny.
I just would like to say that we want to thank the people of Bridgewater and the community around us that they support all Alliance projects all year. We're able to raise a lot of money for eye research and various charities, and we couldn't do it without the support of Bridgewater, and this is our way of giving back. So Merry Christmas to all. How about a big roar, Lions? Roar, Lions!
The decorations will remain up in the Common through the end of the year. Now, you might remember that last year Christmas on the Common was actually canceled due to some bad weather, but luckily this year we had perfect wintry weather and even ended the day with a few snowflakes. The Christmas on the Common event is always brought to you by the Bridgewater Business Association, and we got a chance to talk to their president, Nick Palmieri, about what this event means to the residents of this community.
The Business Association really has, for so many years, since 1984, exemplified bringing businesses together in a common goal, and that goal is to not only to illustrate how we are part of the community, but really how the community is really supportive of businesses. So one of the things that has helped us are events like this. We, since probably the last 15 years, with our Bridgewater Business Association Assistance Fund, which is where the dollars, by the way, anything we earn from events such as this and Christmas on the Common go towards, we have put out well over $125,000 to help families in the area that are in need. And you know what? That can happen to anyone at any time. And we understand, businesses understand that probably better than most. So you should be coming out here, hopefully, and enjoying this. Being part of the community, getting together. It's a good place to bring your kids because there are so many different little events. Mr. and Mrs. Claus in the Christmas event. It's a great place to really enjoy Bridgewater.
It's always a fun time at Christmas on the Common. You have local vendors, local food, music, and even the big man himself in attendance. Now, the day kicked off with a quick parade that included the BR Marching Band and members of Bridgewater's Town Council, and Santa Claus even got a special escort thanks to the Bridgewater Fire Department and talked with all the kids. Let's take a look back at some of the sights and sounds from this year's Christmas on the Common. more information on the Bridgewater Business Association and some of the events that they hold, you can log on to the website bridgewaterbiz.biz. Now, coming up later on in the program, I'll have an exclusive in-depth interview with Santa Claus himself from the Common. But judging by my outfit, does that make him my boss, or how's that work? Because it got kind of intense in
I can imagine, but I thought you were my elf. So I'm a little upset by that.
I'm a Santa-sized elf.
And I'm an elf-sized Santa.
Works perfect.
We keep it fresh around here. Earlier that morning, the Senior Center hosted their annual breakfast with Santa Claus. They had pancakes, eggs, bacon, basically all of your perfect breakfast fixings, and you got to have breakfast with Santa Claus. Super exciting. For some of the children in town, it was their first Christmas, but for others, this is a tradition that they cherish every single year, and a great way to kick off the morning before the Christmas on the Commons event started.
All right, so let's talk about Christmas movies for a second. You have your classics, your Rudolph, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Christmas Story, apparently Die Hard for some reason.
Die Hard is the best Christmas movie.
All right, favorite Christmas movie though?
The Santa Claus. Yeah, Tim Allen as Santa Claus is the best thing ever.
That's wrong, National Lampoon. But nonetheless,
that's close second, I guess.
At Bridgewater Credit Union, for the second straight year, they helped bring a holiday movie to life. Last year, it was Whoville from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and this year, it was another classic. The bank held decorations that centered around a Charlie Brown Christmas. While Mr. and Mrs. Claus were in attendance, the children and their families made ornaments, reindeers, and binoculars that they can use on Christmas Eve to find Santa. It was also an opportunity to write to Santa, which a lot of kids did. This was a day that featured a new tradition with an old-time favorite.
Welcome. Welcome.
Every year we pick a new theme, we've tried to stay classic, and this was a real fun one because we got to do the tree farm out in the hallway, and we've got the sad little Charlie Brown tree as well. So this is definitely a fun one that everyone in the office is really kind of grouped around and helped out to put together. The holiday season is the time for family and community, so we want to put something together where, you know, people have a nice place to come, they can spend the morning. There's tons of stuff to do here for kids, lots of crafts, there's full breakfast, Santa and Mrs. Claus, so it's just a great day for anyone, and it's a huge part of what we do is try to provide, you know, great events for the community and, you know, a nice place for the holidays. I think that's a testament to what, you know, how much fun this is for the kids that, you know, they want to come back year after year.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everybody!
Santa was a very busy man in December here in Bridgewater. He visited Crispy's restaurant on Route 18. This was a part of the restaurant's Families with Autism Night. The restaurant opens its doors to families for an evening of judgment-free dining, and December had the caveat of Santa visiting the restaurant. He talks to the kids and handed out candy as well. To find out the next time this event will be taking place, you can follow the restaurant on Facebook, and we'll of course keep you posted on the Bridgewater Now updates coming up in 2020. And over at the Senior Center, the annual holiday party was held, and it included singing, dancing, and good food, and of course a lot of fun. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
Just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Ho, 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 ho. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright.
comes to the holiday season, it offers a great opportunity to help those in need. Now we're going to take a phrase from Bill Belichick here for a second, because as Belichick might say, we're on to Christmas.
Yes,
but
we are.
We're going to turn the clock back a little bit to Thanksgiving. At the food pantry at Central Square Congregational Church provided Thanksgiving baskets for local families in need. And there are 184 bags that will go to 92 families. Inside, there is a frozen turkey along with non-perishable food items as well. The food pantry is open on Thursdays in the lower level of the church from 10 to 1. Certainly a great story for such an important time of the year, and once again, another opportunity to help out those in need.
And moving right along to another story about people helping others in need in the holiday season. In Quincy, a local city councilor started a program where it matches seniors in high school to the elderly. Now the senior in high school goes to the senior citizen's house and shovels their walkways and their driveways for people that can't do it themselves. It's certainly a good cause because a lot of the problems when it's the snowy season is elderly being stuck in their houses because they can't shovel. Now he's hoping that this program expands and more seniors in high school volunteer, because they also get volunteer credits for high school to graduate. So that's a great win-win scenario for everyone. And it'd also be nice if that program spread through a couple other neighborhoods.
And we see that in Bridgewater all the time on social media, people reaching out, seeing if anybody needs help. Now we're going to talk about helping another great cause here. As we told you this a few weeks ago on the update, Club X in East Bridgewater put a tree in its lobby, and you can see there are paper ornaments on them. Each ornament features a gift that a child that lives in foster care systems and group homes would like for Christmas. The effort is led by Linda Lane, who is the general manager at Club X, and she has collected toys for this cause for 15 years. Over the past couple of years, we've introduced you to Sunshine Farm Sanctuary, located right here in town. The owner of the farm, Mel Robbins, looks to help children feel like they have a home in a world of uncertainty and stress. Alicia Fortin has more on how this local sanctuary helps children feel like they have a home whenever they need it, including during the holiday season.
Just driving up the driveway, you just feel like, you know, a comfy, cozy blanket. You feel like home.
Which is exactly what the founders of Sunshine Farm Sanctuary had hoped for.
It's just a great experience for us to have this amazing relationship with these great kids.
The goal is to provide children with consistency and acceptance in a life full of uncertainty. On the farm, there are animals to care for, gardens to tend to, and games to play. Artwork and photos are displayed on all the walls inside the house, and there is a quiet space to read and relax. 75 to 100 children visit each week.
The house is really for the children so they have a sense of belonging, a sense of safety, a sense of a home. If they're adopted, they can always come back here for a sense of consistency. Lavea, go ahead.
Like 6-year-old Lavea.
She so looks forward to it. She loves it very much. She absolutely is a huge animal lover. One of her most favorite things is just the simple koi pond with the frogs.
Oh, I see him! He's huge!
Animal therapy is a major component of the farm's mission to help children heal through compassion and happiness.
We based our program on Dr. Bessel van der Kloek's healing of children that have suffered trauma. And all our work is dedicated to development of the frontal lobe and emotional regulation. And we do that through arts and crafts, animal therapy, horseback riding. And the horses have an unbelievable vibratory energy for the children.
Smaller animals offer another opportunity for bonding and for comfort. The farm is home to several donkeys, cats, bunnies, and dogs, including their newest addition, a St. Bernard named Tonka.
This is Mr. Tonka. He's a little St. Bernard. And this is Devin, who's a great friend and a great advocate of Mr. Tonka's.
For the Lamberts, this is a family affair.
Devin's our main volunteer and helps with all the animals and all the arts and crafts, and she's just wonderful. She's unbelievably kind to all the children.
And thanks to the generosity of many, Sunshine Farm Sanctuary is able to bring holiday cheer to children across Massachusetts.
A lot of emotional reactions during the holidays and a lot of, feelings that the kids have because they're not with their families and they're living in group homes, and it's hard for them.
So on Thanksgiving, they host several turkey dinners with all the trimmings. On Christmas, it's an Italian feast donated by Johnny Macaroni's.
We had chicken parm, meatballs, spaghetti, dessert, and then one of my volunteers bought stockings with candy in them, so they all got stockings and another little gift that they brought them. And then we set up a toy store in the barn, and they get to go out and pick toys for themselves after their dinner and play with the animals. It gives the child a great feeling of love and connection with each other and us and the animals, and they love having their dinners here at the farm.
Others behind the scene work their Christmas magic to ensure Santa locates all of the children in group homes. Club X Fitness and Nutrition in East Bridgewater ran a toy drive organized by Mel's daughter, Linda Marie Lane.
This year, we serviced 190 children, 700 toys, and then the children wake up on Christmas with exactly what they want from Santa Claus. So it's awesome.
Linda and her elves work up until Christmas Eve, making sure all newcomers have their list fulfilled.
It's a huge undertaking.
Out of those 190 children, 135 of them visit the farm. Half of them were treated to a special visit from Santa Claus himself.
Santa comes, he saw about 70 children. Each child had a duffel bag, a quilt, Beanie Baby, mittens and a hat. The South Shore Giving Circle donates Santa on the old-fashioned fire truck, pizzas, cookies, gingerbread, hot chocolate. It's a blast. The kids have a really good time.
No one was forgotten, not even the children who couldn't attend.
5 of the kids came today that weren't here for Santa, and one of the little boys is like, I wasn't here for Santa because I had a visit. And I'm like, oh, he left you a duffel bag with presents. Not to worry, I have it for you. And he was so excited.
In the years since Sunshine Farm has opened, Mel finds that whenever she has a need, the community quickly fulfills it.
It's unbelievable. I put a post on Facebook that I needed duffel bags. And people were driving up my driveway with duffel bags. They were on Amazon Smile, so the children don't have to travel in trash bags.
Sunshine Farm Sanctuary runs completely on the goodwill of others, making sure every donation goes directly to the children. A massive effort to make sure these kids have a very Merry Christmas.
It takes a village. It really does. And it's nice to see such amazing people. It's very special. It's a very special feeling, and it's a good feeling.
So we talked about our favorite holiday movies earlier. Time to talk about Christmas music, and it's usually a hot and cold type of thing. Some people love the holiday favorites.
I do, me.
And some people can do without playing Christmas music for 45 days.
That would be you.
But our friends over in the UK are trying to split the difference a little bit as the survey came out for the most annoying holiday songs. This comes to us from Variety. We'll go at this Letterman style, starting off with number 10 and Jingle Bells by the Andrews Sisters. Coming in at number 9, Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt. The Jackson 5's cover of Santa Claus is Coming to Town finds the number 8 spot. Number 7 is Baby It's Cold Outside by Tom Jones and Sarah Matthews, which, if you watch that music video,
it's scary.
Deeply, deeply troubling.
So scary. I hate it.
Number 6 comes from the Pogues and Christy McCall and their song titled Fairy Tale of New York, a Christmas song that I never actually heard until today.
It's actually my dad's favorite Christmas song, so he might actually be thrilled as an Irishman that the UK doesn't like it. Just saying. Number 5 on the UK's list for most annoying Christmas songs is Last Christmas by Wham. Merry Christmas Everybody from Slade finds its way to number 4. I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day from Wizard is number 3. And Do They Know It's Christmas places at number 2 by the band Band-Aid. And number 1, the Brits' most annoying Christmas song is All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
Now, the song's not bad, because I'm an NBA fan. They used to play that every year for NBA basketball on ABC.
Right.
But in 2014, that was a train wreck in Rockefeller Center.
Yeah, something happened to Mariah Carey that we still don't understand, and I don't think we want to.
Maybe it's like Men in Black. Maybe that was just her doppelganger somewhere.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, so we promised you an interview with Santa Claus a little bit earlier. I talked to him over at Christmas on the Common. We talked about how the children were in Bridgewater for the year and what some of the popular gifts are. All right, I'm here with the people of the hour here, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Now, first of all, thank you for letting me get out of the workshop, get this interview in.
You'll be back there tomorrow, first thing in the morning, correct?
I'll be there. I'll get the coal ready, all ready to go, just in case. But from what I'm hearing, we don't have a lot of bad children here in Bridgewater.
This year we're giving great gifts. Nintendo Switch is the big gift this year. Pokemon cards, football cards, and puppies. The best name for a puppy, by the way, is Diogi.
Really?
Diogi. That's Santa's given name for a puppy, Diogi.
And Santa, it seems like you've had a lot of visitors come by here today. talking to the kids, what's that like for you guys, getting a chance to kind of interact with the people that are going to be asleep when you come visit them in a few nights?
I've been asking them to be sure to be asleep by midnight on Christmas Eve, because that's when I start coming by. But they all promise me they will be in bed by then.
And of course, tell all the children out there, get your milk and your cookies out for Santa Claus when he comes by. Now, earlier today, we did have a near situation with yourself and the Grinch, but you guys managed to work your problems out.
Well, remember, the Grinch's heart is about this size, and today I think it grew by 20%, and by Christmas it'll be a full, maybe even bigger than full size. So we're working on the Grinch, but we did high five, and I think he's coming on to our side.
We're starting to smooth things over with the Grinch. And finally, for the children that are going to be watching this leading up to Christmas, what are you going to say to them?
Well, I'm going to say be good to your parents, be good to your siblings, and be good to your friends and your neighbors, and do good things, and good things will happen to you.
And finally, on this Bridgewater Now holiday special, we have an excerpt from the BSU Alumni Chamber Choir. You can watch their concert along with the other holiday concerts around the BR School District on our website, btvaccess.com, and we'll have the air times for the concerts on our BTV Facebook page as well.
Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel. Then a morning came in sight, carried winter fuel. See the blazing Yule before us, la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, la 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 la. While I tell of news I treasure, la 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 la. Love and joy come to you, and to you like Christmas too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year. Happy new year. Happy new year. La 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 la.
Well, that's all for this holiday special, but we do have one quick program reminder to join us for our 2019 year in review. We'll have some of the top stories from the year that was, and even test our knowledge on some of the big trends in pop culture from the year that was that promises to be an absolute abomination, I have a feeling.
Yep, you guys are never going to get any of the questions.
Lizzo sang Old Town Road, right?
No.
Something like that? Oh.
Lil Nas X sang Old Town Road. Lizzo sang Truth Hurt.
I'm going to have to
That might come up again at some point in the next couple of weeks.
I'm going to do some studying, but in the meantime, happy holidays, everybody. I'm John Luck.
And I'm Mary Evers. Have a happy holidays.